what is your specialty in the realms of DJing? Like, we heard what genre of music you like, but what kind of music do you normally like to play the most, would you say? Also, this is a person
Mm,
who's very versatile, by the way. Let's mention that.
thank you, much appreciated. I've been known for taking some acapellas and mixing with some instrumentals. Um, which we call blends in Baltimore, which you may call mashups.
Yes.
Um,
Or edits,
I
some people say.
Some people say
Some
correct,
people say, yeah.
but I appreciate you saying that I'm very versatile because you can't box yourself into some of this stuff, but you can use some of those skills in other genres. So I would think that I would want to say that I would specialize in those blends.
Mm-hmm.
I would also want to say that I kind of specialize in a skill of reading the crowd. How about that? That
That's a skill. Yes,
that
cause phew.
yeah, that's a big one right there. And that's one of the hardest ones is being a DJ, just knowing what to play, when to play it. Um, Also being having the skill of being a good selector. Um, and that's a rough one. That takes time. You know, I've been doing this for 32 years. And I bought my first, yeah, thank you. I bought my first set of decks around this time, probably February 17th, 1994.
Ooh,
I
he
still have
got
the
the
receipt. I bought it
date.
from DJ. Yeah, I bought it from DJ Booby.
Shout
It,
out DJ
uh,
Booby. Shout out
Shout out
DJ
DJ Booby,
Booby.
Rice Town Plaza. Yeah. But I say all that to say that the years of this expertise give me the way to how to read the crowd and how to be a good selector for the right time. So those are great skills to have.
Okay.
Great, great, great.
Yeah, no, there's definitely. I've been to a plenty of, because I'm a lover of music, so, and I come from a club family per se, so I've both been on the side of appreciating the music and then also on the other side of DJing. And from a listener perspective, I have noticed where there's some people that are just not reading the room, man. Please. And I've also experienced from the DJ side where sometimes I say I immerse myself in the music and then I kind of like lock in and then I have to remind myself, okay, let me come up. Where the
That's
people,
right.
what's going on over there? Are they vibing?
Yep.
Do I need to switch it up
Mm.
a little bit? And then I go back. So I definitely understand. Now, you mentioned that you got your first set of decks from DJ Booby back in the 90s, and also just being able to play for so long is such a blessing. Um and such a huge accomplishment. So kudos to you for that. What
Appreciate that.
inspired you to DJ?
Man, DJ Booby. When I was a kid, well, not a kid, but I mean, younger lad.
You was a young gun.
When I was a younger lad, actually, me and my buddies, I had couple buddies on the neighborhood, and they had the my boy's parents bought them some pawn shop turntables, um, component systems, and a mixer, and we bought a couple pieces of like vinyl, and we started to try to be DJs. And then my brother bought my own equipment from Booby after I just kept listening to all his tapes. Booby used to make tapes maybe once a month, and he would sell out as soon as he put them in. He would sell out, and we would just go pick up these tapes and we would listen, and I would try to emulate how I would mix this. And shout out to my brother, man. He believed in me. He went out and bought equipment for me and was like, "Yo, you go try it." And then also, big shout out to Dookie Man. Rest in
Yes, shout
peace.
out Dookie
Um,
Man. Yes.
because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know the how. You know, um, Booby showed me the why. To do it, like because I want to have fun. I want to be that guy. But Dookie Man showed me how, for sure. Yeah. So I hope
How
that answered your question.
Yes, well, no, thank you. Thank you for answering the question. I mean, shout out to the boys, the homies. and their
Yeah,
parents.
no doubt.
Shout out to the bro for
Absolutely.
believing. You know, it always, I like to say, it takes you believing in yourself, but also takes someone believing in you, you know, and sometimes it takes a
Absolutely.
village as well. So shout out to Booby and shout out to Duke Man for that. I'm seeing, yeah, Booby loves the kids. Oh yes, oh yeah, I know
Oh
Booby
yeah.
loves the kids. You
Booby used to come
know,
to my high school, man. That was the thing.
I just saw a post about him talking about playing at a high school. I don't know if it was your high school in particular. It
Yeah,
could have
no,
been.
it wasn't my high school, but we thought we were so cool because we were one of two DJs in the county that he would come hang out with, and he would come pick us up um, at Milford. I went to Milford Mill, and he would come pick
Oh
us up, man.
wow!
We thought
Shout
we
out
were the cool
Milford.
kids because yeah, like DJ Booby coming to get
Man.
us.
Yeah, no, I just want to say, like, again, shout out to Booby. I mean, like, he's so integral and a part of my story as well, DJing. When he had his radio show, Sons of Soul, like, he
Mm.
just let me come in and watch all
Yeah,
the greats play, and I just studied. And also, he DJ'd my 13th birthday party. So, like,
nice,
and, like,
nice.
he let me play. He had let me have a moment where I played on his decks, and I was so freaking scared because, like,
That's dope.
at this
That's
time I
dope.
hadn't really played on equipment. I was playing on an app on my iPod, you know. But he was just like, "Come on, kid," and I did my little thing, and I was so nervous, but I played. So yes, Booby, love DJ Booby for sure. Mrs. Cookie said,
And
"Do you
Booby
have any Booby tapes?" I,
Not anymore. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I do have is digital now. You know, it's on Mixcloud. So he's got his
yeah.
stuff on digital to purchase now. But you can listen to some old DJ Booby tapes from the '90s. You can find DJ Booby on Mixcloud. He's got some stuff up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need the booby archives. Let's
Oh
somebody
yeah.
put it. So we gotta put it in a Baltimore museum or something. You know, we gotta find some booby tapes for sure. The
We would
actuals
blast those tapes so hard. We would take. I hope my dad's not watching, but we would take his speakers and hook them up in the back seat of
exclusive.
my car. Right. We we would go home, hook it up, to drive back to school to just be cool, man. Listening to DJ Bowie real loud, like it's so crazy, so crazy.
Wow, wow.
You know?
Yeah, man.
But that started everything for me. That actually kind of catapulted me into wanting to be a DJ, just listening to him for
Wow.
sure.
Man.
And then
Okay, okay. Shut up, booby. We love it. That's such a profound story, and I love hearing
oh,
stories like that. Speaking of stories, do you have a few highlights that you think of in this journey as a DJ that stands out for you that you would share?
mm, DJing in Brazil was a good one. I DJ'd
Ooh.
in Salvador, Brazil for a festival years ago. Um, just knowing like music, it just really showed me how universal music was. Like that was a beautiful feeling. Um, some of the places that I've DJ'd and had, you know, events out of town, DJing my boy's wedding out in the Dominican Republic, and then
Wow.
having everybody come out from the hotel hotel balcony, trying to figure out what is this big party going on. Um, like that was a dope moment, man. You know, I remember going to breakfast that next morning. It was like, "You were the DJ? Oh my goodness!" And like, yeah, that's a beautiful feeling, man. Like anybody just that's not a DJ, don't let DJs tell you that they don't want the credit. They want something, something. Hey, you did a good job. You did your thing. You know, some type of fuel because of the work that they put on. You want to
Hmm.
see that you appreciate the product. You know,
Amen.
so yeah. Um, but those are some really dope moments. Far as being here in Baltimore, I think one of the biggest things for me in Baltimore is winning the Baltimore Blend Battle in 2016. That's that trophy back there. That was a big deal for me. That was actually the start of all this blending stuff for me, which got me to go to New York, Florida, and all that stuff. But that was pretty dope. Yeah.
Okay, so give me context then. Give me context about the blend battle. You say you won. So was So, did you win at your own blend battle? Is that what happened? Like, I need more info here.
So here's how it went down.
Okay,
The blend battle started in Baltimore in about 2015,
that's what
I
I
want to
saw.
say.
Yeah, 2015. Okay.
So in 2015, DJ B Easy and DJ K Swift they started the Baltimore Blend Battle. So I was a participant in the Baltimore Blend Battle.
Mm. Shout out
So
Beezy.
in
Shout out K Swift.
2015, they had the Blend Battle at the Easy Fun Factory in Woodlawn, a small spot, and it was probably about I don't know about 40, 50 of us just hanging out. So then I entered 2015, I lost. 2016, I won. 2017, I lost. 2018, I won. And then after 2018, the guy that was running it didn't want to do it anymore. So he was like, I'm not going to do it. And I'm like, I was winning a lot of battles in a lot of other areas. I went up to New York, I went to Philly, I went down to Florida, and it was to the point where I was just like, all right, then is this it? So I was like, something's going to have to change. And it happened to be I could run this DJ battle. It's like the guy was like, I'm not doing it anymore. I was like, all right,
Mm.
well, I'll run it. And 2019, I took the battle over. So I had the first battle that was under me in 2019 at Western High School.
Okay, shout out
And then
Western.
COVID. Yeah, shout out
Heaven.
Western, man. Shout out Western High School's auditorium. Like, and all the everybody that helped with the first one. The first one in 2019 with me, it was super dope. And then COVID, man. COVID, we lost 19, we lost 20, and we lost 21. So we didn't do the battle for 2 years. We came back and we did the battle again that summer of 2022 at Western High School. It was so hot in there. Oh my God, it was so hot. But everybody was so itching to get out the house. So we had the battle at 22, and it was pretty dope. Shout out DJ Ecstasy. I think DJ Ecstasy won that year. But
Okay.
fast forward, now we're up to the 10th year of the Blend Battle, which is this year. We'll celebrate 10 years. Like you saw a video earlier, we gave away 7 grand, and I don't know where it came from. I didn't have 7 grand. Obviously, I started with $2,500,
Which is
fifty five hundred
still
dollars.
good. Like,
Just yeah,
what?
I mean,
Yeah. Like,
it's funny. I'm going to post a video where we said the inaugural Blend Battles first prize was $300. I gotta post that because we've come so far. But shout out to everybody if they ever shout out to everybody that will see this and that contributed to that pot last year. That was beautiful.
yeah,
They were
shout out
really
to
so
them.
excited, so excited to be a part of it, man. We were just basically trying to big up the winner and see, all right, man, you the winner, you're gonna make this money, and put so much pressure on those guys, but it was fun. It's all in fun. I hope to be able to get to 10,000 this year. I'm just moonshotting.
Yeah, put
All
that
these
out
tens would
there.
be so dope, right? I'm putting it out in the air like Baltimore Blend Battle 10 years, $10,000 first prize. I think that would be dope. So hopefully, we can get to that point. But right now, we are definitely setting up a great battle. We're solidifying. Well, we have all our contestants now. We're solidifying
Whoop,
the
whoop.
judges right now, and then right now we're also getting a flyer together, man. But shout out, our title sponsors. Shout out Virtual DJ. Shout out Alpha Theta. Big shout out to Autofon and the DJX. Some of our prominent sponsors right now that are looking out for us for the battle, man. So
Yes,
it's
yes.
basically come from local to national to international. Oh, real quick, big shout out to April Watts and IMC Creates for live streaming the battle worldwide. It's gonna be dope.
Oh man, I'm excited. If you guys
Yeah,
want to learn more about the Blim Battle, make sure you put exclamation point guest, and it should show you all of that. So yeah, like you said, they did the auditions already, but the Blim Battle is March 22nd. So go ahead, make sure you follow the social so you can keep
no
up
doubt.
and attend. I've never witnessed a blend battle, so I
Oh,
definitely want to put that on my calendar to go see for sure. And I do believe that that 10K will happen. Also, shout out to Hey Simone. She was a part of the Western class in the back in the 90s.
Okay, hey Simone, salute to you, baby.
So yes, incredible, incredible. Okay, so let's see. Hmm. In the test stream with MetaBlue, you were talking about like a DJ bucket list. So I wanted to know, what do you think is a DJ must have that they have to put on their bucket list?
So like a place to go or
A
a piece of
place to
equipment.
go, like, okay, I'll explain mine, right? So for
Okay.
example, I've had the privilege of DJing in certain places, you know. One of my bucket lists is I feel like I can DJ for a sports racing car event like NASCAR or F1.
Ah,
Like
yeah.
that is that is my goal.
Yeah.
You know, we have the Ghost Angel show. We call our fans the pit crew. Like it's a whole like race car deck theme. So like that's my bucket list. But I'm
I DJ for Venus and Serena once, man. That was pretty dope. You know, while they were practicing, we DJ for them. They were like keeping the music going, so we thought that was pretty dope. Yeah,
oh, so
that was
excuse
the
me.
city. Right, that was the city open. I wasn't trying to one up you, but I understand what you're saying with the
No,
sporting
no, no,
events.
no,
Like,
no, no. You ain't one up me. I'm just saying, like, dang, we was talking about highlights. He didn't even mention that. Like, look, he's like, I
yeah,
might have been.
it just hit me. We did it the city open, which was in DC, maybe 22, right after, yeah, probably 22 or 23. We were doing the
What?
city open. Shout out DJ Mad Links. Me and DJ Mad Links used to do city open. But yeah, DJ for Venus and Serena, man, super dope. But yeah, sporting events are good. DJ bucket list, it's one of those things where you got to be DJing the music that you want in the place that you want on the equipment you want. Like it has to be like the trifecta. Like to me, but to some others people it could be, DJing their favorite house party in front of their friends. I think DJ bucket list stuff as far as experiences and evolving, as growing as a DJ, are conventions like the NAM convention.
Mm-hmm.
NAM is, I can't stress enough how much game I get from just going to NAM. Especially just being a seasoned DJ now. So
Yeah.
it's almost like you're being a student again. You know what I mean? Going to NAM, looking, hanging with the celebrities, going to the classes, going out with like-minded people, going to the parties, and actually learning some stuff. Yeah, the conventions, the
Okay,
ones that
so
are worth
for
worth
those
a
who
look.
don't know what NAM is, can you break it down what that convention is?
Okay, so there are many conventions around, and big shout out to the DJX in Atlantic City that happens every August.
Okay.
DJX is a proud sponsor of the Baltimore Blend Battle. We will never
Shout
forget
out
that.
them.
Super shout out to the DJX. All That's a all DJ convention, all nothing but DJs up in Atlantic City. What I'm speaking of is the National Association of Music Merchants has a convention in Anaheim, California, and it's a
Mm.
big convention where it's just instrumentalists, it's producers, it's vocalists, and the companies are out so you can try their new products. And you don't purchase anything there. You actually just go try their new products. You build relationships with people. You
Mm.
go to classes. You learn about how you can, level up your business acumen. You have jam sessions with your friends. It's just like a big music nerd fest. And I've grown so much by going. I've been going for the past 9 years. But I've grown so much by just going to that convention and actually utilizing it for what it is. So like, I would definitely say now.
Okay. Thank you for explaining
Yeah.
that to for those who don't know, and definitely I need to add that to my bucket list because that sounds cool.
Oh man.
I was
Oh,
talking
Terry
to
Hunter was there
DJ
last year, a couple weeks
Chanel.
ago.
DJ Chanel said she
Chanel
saw
Bean.
Stevie Wonder. I was like, Stevie
Oh
Wonder.
yeah. So we walk in, Stevie's over there trying a new rolling machine. Or the guy from Earth, Wind and Fire with the long hair, I forgot his name.
Mm-hmm.
He was just hanging out. Or Jazzy Jeff's over here. Dougie Fresh is over there.
Dougie Fresh, y'all.
It was just one of those things where, you're amongst stars,
And
so
you
you
were
feel like
there.
you're home. Yeah, I was definitely
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
I was working
yeah,
for.
go and put some respect on it.
Yeah, yeah, I was
I'ma
definitely
do
there. I
it.
was
Yeah,
hanging.
you can be humble about it. I'll do it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was definitely there. I worked for DOS Audio when I was out there. I did a couple sets on the new Rain System 1 controller.
Okay.
So that was interesting, to say the
That's
least. But yeah,
that's cool.
so yeah,
Okay. Okay,
definitely
so
cool.
I want to dig a little bit more for you. I got a few moments. I have some questions that's in the
Sure,
chat
for
that I think is
sure.
cool. So one of the other things that you have Nice Guys Entertainment. You got the
Correct.
truck, you got the branding, you mobile. I think it's a good
That's right.
look. So tell me about that story of that and its purpose. And also I think Mr. Cookie said let's talk about the branding of it too, because branding is yes.
Top notch, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Roll with a crew. Shout out to Sound Vision DJs.
Shout out Sound
First and
Vision.
foremost. So what um when I aligned with those guys, um, I saw what was going on as far as the camaraderie that we had and the types of events that we were throwing, and I wanted to branch out and be a little bit more on the white collar side as far as corporate events were concerned. So I started up Nice Guys Entertainment, and what Nice Guys Entertainment basically is the annex to, I guess, the Sound Vision DJs, whereas though, we are providing the service for the nonprofits. We're
Mm.
providing the service for the bigger Fortune 500 companies, and the kind of like the white glove service, I would say. Um, and it actually has grown into a couple of people that work under me, and we do a lot of right now. We're doing a lot of nonprofit events for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, a lot of things for Boeing. A lot of those companies, have us on yearly retainers. So it's the
Ooh.
same, stuff keeps coming up over and over again. So Nice Guys Entertainment is proud to be that company that represents that. Nice Guys Entertainment is also the company that is the owner of the Baltimore Blend Battle. So, branding is everything, and professionalism while you're branding is everything. Those first impressions are everything. My goal every time that I go out under Nice Guys, shirts branded, paint, we're down to the T as far as our appearance. When we go in there, we make sure that everything as far as our appearance of our equipment too, the way we
Mm.
present our equipment is top notch. You don't need wires showing. You don't need,
Oh, thank God.
looking unorganized. You want a professional
Please.
setup. So
Thank
that's
you.
where I'm at. You
Um,
know, absolutely.
I'm
I
sorry.
hate that.
I'm
I
glad you
hate
said
it.
that.
No, I mean it's all important because all that stuff is relevant. Professionalism is relevant. People remember that. People remember the smallest things. Or you got scrims on your your speaker poles, or you may have the latest equipment, but I mean, if you're sloppy with it, all this stuff goes hands in hands, and then the music, of course. So I'm hoping to continue to push through, and I'm getting older now, so like I'm trying to sit down more, So uh, the corporate events, I want to be able to get them to the point where I have enough DJs so they can run themselves. So hopefully
And
I can
you
get there in the next
will,
couple
you
of years.
will. Yeah, so you just keep putting it out there. You
Thank
will. I
you, thank you,
mean,
thank
what
you.
you've done is fantastic. One of the stories, but I guess when I first encountered you was at the apartment pool party. That was lit. You turned that out. That was lit. You talk about
Yeah,
first
shout out to that.
impressions, right?
No, man, super dope, man. I remember that. I kept that contract for a while too. It just kind of started dwindling itself out last year. But yeah, and that's funny because that turned from one pool to 17, and I'm like in the course of like some years, and then there was just a yearly contract that kept going around. But also, you got to think of when you make that and you brand that, the people start calling you for other things. So now I branched out people who don't work for that company anymore, who've moved on to other things. Hey, I know the DJ, I'm taking his card.
Mm.
And that happened many times over the summer and the fall. and the winter of last year. So,
So,
professionalism.
so what I've learned, professionalism, branding, first impressions are everything. And eventually y'all gotta go ahead and get into them corporate gigs, okay? I understand
Yeah.
firsthand. I've actually DJ'd a few yeah, a few times for CCBC, which is this
Okay.
college I went to, and I will say um the professionalism is different on their side, and it is a pleasure.
Mhm.
it's
Mhm. Mhm.
it's less of a headache to work with,
Is mm,
um
is nothing is there's nothing like going into a gig. There's no exchange of money because the money's already been taken care of. You know what you're going to do. They're, hey, Tim, you okay? You need anything? All right. Because they know that you're going to just go do your thing. They're not going to bother you unless they need to call an audible or something. You do your thing. Hey, man, you did a great job. Hey, see you next year. See you next year. Yeah,
period. Period. Love
that's it.
that. Love that. That's how you do it. So I just want to say to you, and we'll have like some final words, but I want to give you the biggest shout out. And I
Oh,
really,
thank you.
really, I mean, it goes a long way for me that you made it to the show. Not just that, but just also the love that you've sent my way over the years.
No
Like for
doubt. No
those who are
doubt.
tuning in don't know, like man, when I needed some bangers, like you've been like, here you go. I'll be like, what's the name of that
That's it.
track? You'd be like, here it is. That
That's it.
goes a long way for me. We call that a halo. You were definitely a halo for sure.
Man, I appreciate
Actually on my site I have like a gallery of all of those, that have helped me along the way, or my friends that I've met along the way. And where's the picture? Hold on. This one, I'm gonna move it because my thing is in the background. Give me
No, you're
one
good.
second, but all right. But yeah, this photo is up there. You got the Baltimore Blend Battle
Hey,
on the shirt. Like that was such a great day.
yo,
That was such a
where
great
are those
day.
glasses, Tim? Where are those glasses?
I took them. No, I didn't. I did not
My
take them. I
glasses
did
at?
not take them.
Oh man. Hey, where was that? That's I feel like that was Afram.
That was Afram, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Good,
For
good,
club
good.
music, they, had to be
Yes,
in there.
yes.
I
Let me
had
say,
to.
yeah,
Okay, that was
yeah.
a day. DJ
Let's
Booby
go.
was doing his thing.
Yeah,
DJ
that was a
Chanel B,
good
she was
day,
doing her
man.
thing. Everybody was doing their
Yeah, that was a
thing.
good day. That
It
was a
was
good
such
day,
a
man.
good day.
Nah, I'm glad you got me in the collage, man. I'm grateful. Thank
No,
you.
I mean
Yeah,
seriously, like I said, it goes a long way. You talk about first
appreciate it.
impressions and building, relationships and stuff like that. And, even though I have you on here now, I got to say like you're the first cuz I've had the Q&A portion for sure,
Uh-huh.
but you're the first guest that I've had where in the beginning we're rating tracks and stuff like that. So like
Like,
and
nice, yeah.
it was such a pleasure to do that cuz I'm like for me or MetaBlue, like listening to tracks, sometimes I'll just be like, I wonder what somebody else
Right,
thinking. So that was
right.
so cool. And
Nah,
I just
man.
for sure if I have any other opportunities that I think of with this show, I for sure thank you, Hey Simone, for the 15 bits. Thank you so much.
Hey, biddies.
I would definitely love to have you back on here another time, and hopefully we find
Hey,
something else or maybe some in the club pocket. I'm working on build,
hey.
adding the club pocket into
Say less, man. Yeah, I'm really loving. Listen, I'm loving what you're doing right now. I am in full support mode with whatever you need. I got it. Whenever you need me to come back, I'm on it, man. Just say the word. Shout out to you. Shout out to Meta Blue. Hope she gets some rest. You
Yes.
know, come back strong. And make sure everybody in the chat, man. Make sure you follow Blue, man, because she's doing a thing right now.
Yes.
And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow Blues Variety Show, man. Right here.
Yes. Yes. And if somebody could put the exclamation point guest in the chat again so we can make sure that they go ahead and stay tuned. Like again, you got the Baltimore Blend Battle, and he just like you
No
said, this
doubt.
man do so many things. You gotta catch
I'm
him when you
trying.
catch him, okay?
I'm
You gotta
trying. I'm
catch him when you
trying.
catch him. So,
I'm
like I said,
trying.
it's
I'm
March
trying. Thank you.
22nd. We got the socials going on. Like, get into
Yes,
it.
yes. Follow it, man. BaltimoreBlendBattle.com. You want information at DJ Tim Nice, at Nice Guys ENT on Twitch.
All right, man.
So
Thank you
thank
so
you so
much for
much.
joining
No,
us.
I
It's been a
appreciate you for having
pleasure.
me.
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this show up. Thank you for
No
joining the
doubt.
metaverse. I hope it was
Absolutely.
comfortable. It wasn't too bad.
It
She
was
went to
beautiful,
bed,
man.
but you
I'm
was still
coming back
popping.
soon.
So,
I'm coming back soon, man. So what's up?
oh my goodness. Wow, that was such a delight. Man, make sure you go ahead and give DJ Tim Nice some follows. I want to thank all the Halos in the chat, and I also want to thank the new people who chatted with us for the Rated Wednesdays. Like I said, this is a show that I do every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10. Definitely come next week, because next week I'm going to have Cade Young. Let's see, we can pull it. There we go. So yes, February 18th. Make sure you put on your calendars. We're gonna go ahead and interview and break tracks with Cade Young, and that's so cool. That's the homie right there. We both the young guns in the house music scene. We're both doing our thing, trying to carve our lane and build our platform. So we could really use the support. Um, I love you guys. We won't be rating. We won't be rating today. So you make sure you go ahead and get home safely. And until next time, this is Rated Wednesdays with MetaBlue and Blue Angel today, I guess. Bye.